Hello, here's the art teacher from the Art Teacher Studio with low budget presentation. Today I'm going to show you how to do a origami vase, or show you an origami vase that I learned longer than I care to remember, probably 20-30 years ago. I'm not even sure who made it. I have seen some diagrams that said they were simple diagrams to get the same vase I'm going to show you, except they're not that simple. I'm going to show you a simple way. So let's get to it. To make an origami vase, usually you want to get a little bit bigger paper. This is 12-inch square. Let me back it up a little bit here. My camera. I have my little marker cues with the blue tape to keep me in the boundaries of the screen. Okay, to do this, I need to get a square base. Instead of a water bomb base, it's going to be a square base. So to do that, you turn it. This is the color of the vase here. And I got this from one of those blocks of different color paper. I forget what they call them. You can get them at hobby stores and things like that. So I'm going to take the bottom point, match it up to the top, increase it, be as neat as you can, open it up, turn it one more time, I know a lot of people show you what it's supposed to look like at the very beginning. I haven't done that, sorry. But you can speed it through to see the end, to see what it looks like. Okay, so I have the cross in the diamond shape here. Spin it like a top. Now I take this, turn it over, it's like a pyramid. On the side that's going to be the inside of the vase is, this is the color for that, white or whatever color you choose to be. I'm going to fold it in half like a door. I call this a door fold, because once you open it back up, it looks like a door. Just like a door. Open it up, make a quarter turn, do the same thing again. Just like that. Crease it. Ta-da! Now, with all the folds done correctly, when you just push them together like this, make it collapse, collapsing it into here, it now is a square base. From here you can do a bird base, you can do a lot of other things. But as you can tell, it opens up here. Alright. Now I need to turn this around, and the closed part is towards me. That's going to be the bottom of the vase. I am going to bend this edge here up here. Now, I am not going to line it up like this. That's not what you're supposed to do. And the reason I'm telling you that is a lot of people are going to assume that, but don't. I am going to do this though. You can get a ruler to measure how wide do you want this bottom to be. So you can get a ruler. If you want the bottom to be 2 inches, that's fine. That's a good marking place there. Or you can do 1.5. I normally don't measure, but you can if you want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my finger somewhere here, about maybe an inch, right there. And from there, I'm going to bend this over. And this point is going to not quite touch that line. See, it's not quite touching it. I'm going to crease this for you here so you can see. Bring it up closer. See how it's not quite touching the line there? It's close, but not touching. And I've got this about 1.5 inches up. This measurement can vary depending. Play around with it, you'll see the different looks you can get. Now I want all of the other folds to be the same as this one. Well, to do that, I can do this. Turn the whole model over. I'm using this one as a guide and I can fold this one here, right on that line. And you can do it, and it works out pretty good. Now I can use these two as guides for these two. Does that make sense? See, all I have to do is, now if you fold it this way, this one is going to be a little bigger, so you should really fold it over here, turn it over, and I'm going to match it. So they're all matched the same. Now you may have to go back and rewatch this video because I'm kind of scattered here talking about it, but I think you might get the idea. And with a lot of origami, one of the things I like about origami models is it's challenging, especially when I see a diagram or a video. I go, I may have to watch it a couple of times to actually get it. It's like a puzzle. All right, now from here, this is what I like doing. I take this triangle piece here, and I'm going to bend it down as far as it goes, right here with these 2 points on the sides. I bend it down, and I'm try to get that point along with this center line. I crease it. I do the same thing over here, pulling it down. I want to make sure that it goes to a nice point on either side. Then I can open this up, and do the exact same thing. There and here. Now, I have made valley folds. That's a valley fold. All of them have valley folds. I now want to change that into a mountain fold, but not yet. All of them go back up. Now with these flaps here, what I'm going to show you with one, you do with all four. So with this one, I like to exercise the fold to make it easier for the next step. When I say exercise, that means I'm bending it this way. It's a valley fold here, a mountain fold here. I now want to reverse it. I want to turn it back on the same line. I now made it a mountain fold here and a valley fold on this side. So I have exercised it. Once I've exercised it, I can open this whole model up, and now it's called a reverse fold. That's a mountain fold. I'm just going to reverse it, push it in, just like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other ones. So, real time, this was folded this way. I open it up, I fold it back on the same line, unfold it. I'm now going to reverse fold it. Same thing on here. It's folded on, it's a valley fold. I open this up, reverse it. Now it's a mountain fold. I unfold it. I can push it in, reverse fold. I have one left to do. So this was folded this way. Now I'm going to fold it backwards. Then, if you want to look how it looks this way, I can open this up and fold it in using those same lines as a guide. Okay, now I have two flaps on this side, two flaps on this side. Now, remember how you folded these down? Now they're going to be folded back the other way. But, look at this. See how you got these two flaps here? They're shorter. I'm going to fold this over, but only so that it covers one of the flaps, and I always choose the left one. I don't know why, but I always choose the left one. You could choose the right one too, but whatever you choose, you're going to do the same thing again and again. For instance, with this one, when I fold this one over, I'm going to cover my left one. Just like that. And so this one, next one, I fold this flap down, covers that flap. So one flap covers another flap, and I got one left to go. Do you see how this flap is going to lock that into place? I just fold it over. Just like that. So if you hold them in there, you can see how you now have four sides. And on the outside, you can see the same thing. Okay, so let me make sure. Now you got to be careful because it can kind of get away from you if you're not careful. And if you do have trouble, clothespins are always good to help you get things back into place. Okay, so now that it's closed, see, there, this piece here, from that point to that point, I'm just going to fold that up. Crease it, and then I'm going to exercise it so it creases the other way too. That'll work itself out later on. Now, I need all 4 of these corners folded in the same direction. I'm going to bend it down. Now, that means when this is bent down this way, this will determine how big the mouth of the vase is. So if you fold them like this, you're going to get a very, very skinny mouth of a vase on your vase. But if you fold them like this, the mouth of the vase is going to be very big. So it just depends on what you want. I would say experiment, play around. I'm going to do mine so it's probably about 1 inch. And the point here is, again, probably a 1/4 inch from the edge. From the line. See? Again, that changes too, how it looks. You can go further back or further in. I want this one to be the same as all the others. So, watch. I use this as a guide. Just like that. Now I can open this up, turn the whole thing over, use that as a guide. And you can again exercise these like we did before, but at this time I don't think I don't really need to. I crease them really well. Now, watch this. With this flap open, see how it opens a little pocket there? I can push my finger in there and use those lines, those fold lines, as a guide. I'm going to reverse fold this. Those lines are going to be my guide. And I just tuck it in. I'll do it again. There's a line right there and a line over here. I push my finger in there and I'm going to use that line as my guide. That's going to fold down and tuck in. A little reverse fold. Okay. Another one. If you're not careful, it will come loose on you, which means that you're going to have to go back and put it back together. So far so good. I've got one more to go. Just like this. Voila. Now you can see that this one is out just a little bit too, it's out too far, so I can change that to match. There, just by redoing it. I'm checking them all, they all look great. Now for the last part here is you open this up by pushing your finger in here, using your finger to poke out the sides. Now if your vase is going to be too tall and your fingers are not that long, you can use a ruler, any type of stick. Just be careful. I always make sure I shape the corners here first. Then this part here, just push in. Ta-da! Now if I want to make sure that this is done right, I can use this stick to help me shape it out a little better. Ta-da! And now you have a really nice, elegant vase. Again, I don't know who originally came up with this, whether it's a traditional model or not. I know I've learned it, 20, 30 years ago. And I've seen some other diagrams of this that were not as simple as this. It actually has changed the model a little bit. So if anybody knows the creator, please just drop me a little message. I can put it into the description, give credit for credit due. But with this one, remember, you can do a lot of things with this. For instance, if this was a little bit bigger and you made some butterflies, you can always glue a butterfly or two Or if it was just one color, or even a color like this, you can paint on it with some Chinese brush techniques, some cherry blossoms. A lot of things you can do with this, and you can put a baby jar inside with a little bit of water, so you could put real flowers, or you could just put origami flowers. It's also good for holding pencils. You can put pencils, pens, and now it tips over, right? So that baby food jar would give it a little weight to be able to do that with. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You can subscribe and get more of these origami models or art videos that I do. Do a notification so that you can always see the next one that comes out. All right, hope you guys have fun, and I will see you later.